Mordecai and Esther prayed to the Lord to deliver them from their enemy, Haman. And I asked the question, how should we pray? You know, when you are praying to God to take an action for you, you are practically stepping backward to allow God to step in between you and the enemy to take an action for you. But I want to use 3 biblical passages as a guide for us how to pray for our enemies. Number 1, Ezekiel chapter 18, verse 31 to 32. Here, God himself says, I heard the death of a sinner. So he called sinners to get rid of all offenses and get a new heart and a new spirit to live. So God is not happy when a sinner dies. God will not be happy when Boko Haram, bandits, Fulani, militia, and so on that are killing people just to die in sin. Today I hear pastors and members praying for witches and wizards to die. They will not die. Jesus in his ministry delivered them, exorcism. Apostle Paul and all other apostles delivered them. The Bible has given us the power and the authority to pray for their deliverance, not to pray for their dead. So change the mentality of your prayer if you want God to act. Number 2, Matthew chapter 5, verse 43 to 45. Here, Jesus teaches us to love our enemies and pray for those who persecute us. Because God causes the sun to rise upon the righteous and the unrighteous. He sends rain to them both. So he cares for all people. And he calls us to love them. Number 3, Romans chapter 12, verse 19 to 20. Here again, the Apostle Paul teaches us to love our enemies and give room for God's vengeance because he has the power to repair. He says, on the contrary, if your enemy is hungry, feed him. If he's thirsty, give him something to drink. In doing this, you will heap burning coals on his head. That means when you do this, you are stepping backward. And this is exactly what Esther did. Haman was the second person in command in the kingdom. It means he was not hungry. He was not thirsty. So when Esther invited him to a banquet, she showed her enemy loved. In other words, God take action for me. And indeed, God took an action for Esther and Mordecai. Because the Bible in Romans teaches us that all authorities are established by God. And that the king and the governor holds the sword in his hand. That sword refers to the power and the authority to decide what is right and wrong and to execute justice. So God used the king to execute justice against Haman. You know, Haman was the second person in authority in that empire. But the king ordered his execution because he was lawless. Today I want to call on our leaders, political leaders. Do not play politics with human lives. Do not. Judges, be honest in your dealings with lawless people without fear or favor. Some of these people that are aiding the activities of evil people are known, but they are being protected. These people will kill more than 100 people, more than 200 people. Nobody arrests them. But somehow, if one of them is arrested, some people will begin to call for their release, because calling that it is human right act for them to, that they have the right to live. Okay, accepted, they have the right to live. Okay, where was the human right act when these people were killed? Don't they have the right to live? Why are we not protecting people that are vulnerable, but protecting people that are attacking them? So when God speaks, leader, take an action. Don't cover lawless people. Remember, you also account to the Lord how you handle your position. So we must rise up to defend the cause of the common man so that every person should live peacefully. This is what we want in our society, especially our country, Nigeria. Peace everywhere.